So, just out walking, trotting down the Evesham Road, and I came across this. It's a bridle path that works its way down into Alcester, and it's absolutely stunning. As you can see, I'm running out of daylight, but I have a torch today, so I'll be okay. And it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Cut straight through a ploughed, cultivated field, and it looks like it goes through the woods over there as well, which would be nice. It's a little bit hard on the feet though. I've had a lot of horses down here and churned it up into spikes, but great find, absolutely great find. It saved me a mile walk up a bypass anyway, so that's a definite bonus. It is beautiful, it's so quiet. The open fields are giving way to some nice woodland, which looks vaguely familiar, and I have a feeling that I'm in the same section of woodland where I got busted while camping last year with two guys with rifles. But I'm sure that's a couple of miles that way. We'll see as I get down anyway. If I'm closer to Alcester, then it's definitely not it. This path gets a lot of use. Plenty of hoof marks on it. So imagine all the riding schools come up here. Because it is absolutely beautiful. It's a nice walk, good find. And some very nice wild camping spots. Barring the two men with rifles. Out of the woods now, onto describe as a farm track, but a little bit better. Still don't know where I am, still quite don't know where I'm going to come out into Alcester. There is a clump of trees over on Coton Court, which is quite visible usually. I can't see it at all, so hopefully I am this side of Coton Court. I always get that wrong, and it's going to bring me out pretty much smack in the back end of Alcester, which is where I want to go, because I've never walked in that way. Somewhere new. I'm quickly churning up all the walks around here, so it's nice to find a route that I haven't done before, and this one is it's been good, it's been nice. A nice little trot. I'm going to have to walk home up through Hayward Way in the dark, hence the torch I bought today, because it does get mucky there in some places. I'd like to know what I'm stepping in before I step in it. There's a few brooks to cross as well, which is never good to do in the dark. But I got time, it's a warm night. It's not going to rain. Got about half an hour left of daylight, maybe 45. But I know the route from Alcester homes. It's not a problem. About another 3 hours, and I'll settle back down with a cup of coffee and maybe edit this video, if you're lucky. Finally made it out of Alcester. I know I wanted to get dropped in a back end of Alcester somewhere, but I didn't want to end up in a nondescript estate with nobody around. But I got out there in the end. I had two choices: either walk up the bypass, which is like 5 miles of boredom, or cut through Coton Court, I'll get that right one day, and then up Hayward Way. It's pitch black. Tonight's torch is Maglite, as usual, and I have 3 of these things, and they're absolutely beautiful. This is the 4D cell, which means it doubles nicely as a kosh, which is why a lot of security services use it. There's actually some people over on the other bank of the Arrow with a fire on the go, which is not typical fisherman behaviour. So whether somebody's camping over there or not, fair play. But they are actually on National Trust land, so if somebody finds them, they will get busted. It's a treat for me because I've never walked this in the dark. I've been down here and waited for it to get dark and then camped. But I've never walked the whole Hayward Way back up to Studley in the dark, so I can see a few people ahead of me with torches. I'm going to have to be a little bit careful because it's mucky like that. But I know the route, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. It's better than walking up the bloody road anyway. Lost the path there for a while, cutting through the National Trust land, but now I'm actually on Hayward Way. It's like, I mean, you can't mistake it. If you stumble off the path, you'll hit these trees, so it's actually quite a nice night. Let me turn this torch off for a sec. Where is it? There it is. There's no moon to talk of. It's not up yet. It's a pretty straightforward route now. There's a couple of bridges and gates and stuff to dick about with, but I don't think there's anybody about. Sometimes you get the kids over there in the woods late at night. I've noticed that when I've been camping down here. But I'm pretty much on my own, which is just how I like it. Cutting back up onto the main road now. Even though it's only about half a mile away. It's so quiet down here. I feel like I've put myself in the perfect spot for one of those random alien abductions that nobody ever believes. Because I'm just in the middle of some field somewhere when everybody else is going around their normal lives. But hey, take me. I promise you 2 weeks you'll be bringing me back. Starting to get a bit cold now. I've had to put my fleece on, which isn't bad, since it's been dark for like 2 hours. I suppose the walking helps. It's been a struggle today. I mean, it's only about, what, 11, 12 mile? And I have struggled. I think I've been a bit lazy over the last couple of days. Hopefully there could be a camping session this weekend if the weather drastically changes. I'm not too worried about the rain, it's just the wind. Unless I want to take the budget tent out again, see if I can finally grind it into the ground. Should be funny. I've camped down here before, and there's always been roe deer bouncing around. It's hard to sleep because they're so inquisitive. They get closer and closer. They won't leave you alone. I can't hear them tonight. Wrong time of year. Anyway, only about another 3 miles and I'll be home. Put my feet up, have a coffee and chill out.